Axel! Vincent!
You find yourselves in a pitched battle with the security of the Afterlife Casino. You were asked by an individual to come here and steal the statue that would be the prize for the Three Dragon Ante tournament, as well as the winnings of said tournament. This was to humiliate the casino's owner, an individual by the name of... Oh, maybe I don't have that handy. This noble, actually, who's in front of you, holding a wand aloft near the Minotaur. I cannot remember off the top of my head. And you were asked to steal the statue during the tournament, specifically to humiliate him. Your decision on how to do so was a convoluted plan that required effectively freaking out in public and then dodging around
Plan.
while Vincent...
Man, what are you talking about, plan?
While Vincent snuck to the north, battered his way past a single guard, grabbed the statue, and has begun to run back out. You find yourselves in the middle of this battle, not doing very well, I think is fair to say, until this individual, and let me just designate him here, an individual by the name of Quentin Togglepocket, and you can zoom in to see him, but he has quite the set of mustaches on his face. He is a gnome, all of 3 foot, maybe just a little over 3 foot tall, and he is shouting, "Stop if you wish to live! Stop if you wish to leave with your lives!" And that was going to be his turn. In one hand he holds a rapier, in another hand he holds a wand, sort of pointed in the direction of the Minotaur. Riku, Uriel, you're engaged with the Minotaur and one of the security guards. One of the guards lies dead, his head lopped off, bleeding into the river that bisects the Afterlife Casino. Another guard has begun firing across said river and has hit the coin machines that some of the patrons were using. Patrons were fleeing one way, away from the combat, and now find themselves needing to flee in another direction as these bolts and the bolts in the battle is beginning to spread. We will start at the top of the turn order, and that would be with Security Guard B, who is next to Riku. He is going to hold his action, sword pointed threateningly at Riku. If you do anything aggressive or combative, he will use his action to attack. But considering that his employer has demanded that you stop, he is going to give you an opportunity to do so. Same goes for Security Guard D. He is down on one knee, getting a good shot at Axel. And in fact, these guys begin to sprint to the south, doing so, giving him more of a clear view. They are both ready to engage if needed. Let me make a check to see if... Where's D? Which guy is that?
D is close to the dead one with the blood. He's like,
Gotcha. Where's
yeah.
E?
E.
I think I lost him.
E is by Vincent.
Ah, thank you. Okay. E cannot hear the shouting from below, and he is going to sprint towards Vincent. 5, 10, 15. And he is going to try to tackle you. So he is going to make an athletics check, and I need you to do the same, either an athletics or acrobatics check, Vincent.
13.
I got a. Here, I'll roll it so you guys can all see. Oof. I got a dirty 20. He
Only the
runs
dirtiest.
forward, tackling you to the ground, and you are now both prone. He's going to hold you prone. That will be his turn. The Minotaur will lift its massive battle axe above your heads, and in particular above Uriel's. It is posed to strike if necessary. Axel, what would you like to do?
Can Axel hear the commotion?
Yes, you can actually hear the man shouting, "Stop, stop," if you wish
Okay.
to leave
And
with
if
your lives.
I move towards Rico and Uriel, is that a hostile action or is that just me moving around?
Not necessarily. It depends on what you're doing and how you present yourself.
Yeah, what are you doing with your hands?
I suppose. What am I doing with my hands?
Yeah, how you present your hands?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, so 40 will get me right there. Okay.
Are
So
you far away from everybody?
I'll use my movement to I'm gonna put my battle axe on my back and run up because I want a front row seat of what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Sheathing your battle axe helps you do this because that is a non-hostile action.
Yeah.
And doing that and moving to this location and presenting yourself at least to this individual is helpful to this cause of peace. Vincent, you are on the ground, tackled, statue in your shell. What would you like to do?
All right, I gotta get up. Gotta fight with this man and kick free and use my ninja acrobatics to
Okay,
do some kicking and spin moving. Little like break dance on my shell to try to kick free.
gotcha.
Can I do for that? Acrobatics
Yeah,
or
acrobatics is fine.
13 again.
All right, let's see if he can hold you down still. He cannot. You're able to kick out and break free. You can use half your movement to stand up.
Oh, it's turtle time.
Excellent. So I only have 15 left. So very far. Okay. What did I do wrong? Why did I draw a permanent thing?
I can get rid of it, don't worry.
Too, but how do you do it without drawing it?
There's a little, so when you click on the measure tool, there's a little
Yeah.
man or there's a little ruler at the top.
Oh, I see. So the walk is the
Yeah, click the
check. Oh,
man's.
okay, I see. I like that. All right. So there's my movement. And so was that an action to get up or was that a bonus action? Was that
It
just
was an
movement?
it was an action to extract yourself from the security guard's grapple, and
Yeah.
then it was half your movement and your movement to get where you are now.
All right, so I just have a bonus action left.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it then.
All right. Uriel, what would you like to be doing?
I'm gonna like sheath my weapon, like put my hands up, be like, whoa, whoa, hey, we didn't want no trouble with no Minotaur. I was just, there was a cheater going around, and like I was just saying that like we didn't want no cheaters. I ain't looking for no Minotaur trouble. Just like hold my hands up and kind of back up a little bit.
Okay. As you begin to back up, the Minotaur begins to move its axe towards you. Are you going to leave its range or are you going to stay where you are?
If I think it's gonna attack me, I'm gonna just stay.
Okay. And then as you stop, it stops as well. But it does look like it may attack you if you try to leave its range. Riku, what are you
Real
doing?
quickly, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Uh, is dash a bonus action?
Only if you're a rogue.
Okay, never mind.
Otherwise, it's a full action.
Okay. Never mind.
Riku, what are you doing?
What was the name of the guy in charge here?
His name is Quentin Togglepocket.
Toggle Pocket. All right. Riku would say, "All right, everybody, freeze!" and then start clapping. Well done, everybody, and kind of like nod and like look around at everybody who was causing the commotion. Very good, very good. I'd like to thank everybody here for this demonstration and for participating. And I'd like to thank the Lord, Quentin Togglepocket here. Riku will bow, like a formal bow, for letting us in here and letting us do our demonstration. Thanks, everybody. And moving on. So we happen to notice there was a little bit of a couple holes in your security here as he gestures towards the dead men on the ground. He's like, luckily for you, we're here to help solve that problem. And he smiles. He
Go
says,
ahead
"We've
and
been
make a performance check.
okay."
Before you keep going, I need a performance check.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
It's not terrible. And there is a smirk on Quentin Togglepocket's face, and yet nobody moves. This guy next to you, security guard B, does look a little confused and looks between you and Quentin.
And Riku continues to say, "Yes, we've been sent here by an acquaintance of us both who was very concerned about this tournament and your security detail, and clearly it has not kept up the standards. But luckily we're here and we can help fix your situation." Riku smiles and it glistens in the light.
Okay. The noble Quentin Togglepocket. It is his turn, and he will say, "Bind them, cuff them both, cuff all three of them.
"Oh,
I'll
no
take
need
them
for
back
that,
into the
sir."
jail." And so that's what he orders his men to do. He will move towards you, Riku, and begin to do that.
Hmm.
Do you attempt to do anything? Do you let him? Or do you want
Uh,
to...
uh, Riku would be like, "There's no need for that. Come on now, can't we all talk like gentlemen?"
Unless you decide to, like, make a check against it in some way, as, you know, like a... You're not
He's
letting
trying.
him
I
grapple
mean,
you
he's trying to
effectively.
persuade them. He's trying to persuade Toggle Pocket to not detain us and to entertain this proposal of his.
So, Toggle Pocket, you would have needed much higher than a 16
Okay.
to ensure that this would not have resulted in this moment, is what I will say.
Okay.
And so unless you want to make like an acrobatics check or something to get away from B.
I don't know. I guess Rico will just like frown and say, "All right, I tried."
Okay. He begins putting manacles on you. You are bound, and he grabs you and begins to move you ever so slightly towards the back. He will move you this way. D will sheath his crossbow and come sprinting. 5, 10, 15, 20. To this point. Several of the other people have like stepped back at this point, and they are either along the water's edge. This tiefling is trying to help the dead security guard, and he is tearfully saying, "Oh, oh, Typher! Oh no, Typher! Oh God! Oh your head! Oh your head and your body! Oh they're in two parts." Which brings us to E. Once again, he's yelling, "Hey, come back here!" 5, 10. Let me do that a little differently. I think I want him to move in a different spot. Yeah, he will move to there and attempt to intersect you, Vincent, before you leave. And he says, "No more funny business. You go any further, and I'll take us another swing at you, turtle. You want to be soup?" And that will be where he remains. The Minotaur will stay standing over Uriel, looking at you and Uriel, or you and Uriel. Axel, it is your turn.
Okay. Looks like we got some decisions here. Okay.
Tackle the Minotaur. Go
What?
for it. Just tackle the Minotaur. Just run in, tackle his legs, take him down.
How big is a
Strongman moment.
minotaur?
So this Minotaur is quite large. It is, I would say, 9 or 10 feet tall. 5 feet across. It is a large creature.
Okay.
When there's another dead guy beneath him too. I forgot
So
about that.
if Riku's getting arrested, I assume Vincent's gonna try to just get the fuck out. Yeah, Axel really doesn't want to get arrested. That would kind of suck. But then it's like, I don't want to break So how does that work if Riku's just in jail and other other
Can
people
either
aren't?
we could either break him out or we could
It'll work
buy
itself
his
out.
way out.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure it out. Let me just do a little measurement here.
So my argument is, do what your character would do, and don't worry about what may or may not happen because I can deal with it.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be fine. Smile.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about me.
Okay.
Dude, you're a
Axel
Ninja Turtle, you'll be fine.
Axel's just yells out, scramble. And uses his action and his bonus action to get next to this guy.
And this was the day that Axel became the party leader.
Scramble.
Everybody run!
Sorry, Riku.
Love it. Okay. Axel begins to flee.
Yeah, I just met you guys, so.
I would say the ferryman is not actually there at this. No, there would be somebody there to take people back and forth. Vincent, you hear a shout from below, but you can't make out what it says. Well, actually, give me a perception check. See if you can. See if it bounces off the walls in such a way that your turtle ears.
My passive perception is 15.
That is not good enough. So just give me a perception check for it.
Okay. I have a +5. Oh, no. 12.
Okay, no. You do hear a shout from to the south, however, and you suspect it sounds like one of your comrades, you believe. Say that.
And, Vincent will think to himself, distraction is working. And he's going to size up this guy that's standing in front of him and decide if he should go bull rush through him with a little shield bash or try to run around him, do ninja acrobatic stuff, run up the wall around him, a little parkour. Is this a
Okay.
big guy? What does this guy look like? Is he a big guy or a little guy?
He's a tiefling. I want to say he's 6'1", 6'2", pretty beefy, pretty muscly. Doesn't look overly intelligent. His mouth hangs open to one side, the entire time.
All right. And yeah, then Vincent is going to. Right now he's got his shield and his trident. He's gonna point the trident to the south, down where the shouting was come from.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna go, "Oh, what was that?" And try, and then try to book it this way.
Give me a deception check.
A 13. Keep getting 13s.
Let's see if he is smart enough not to. Nope, he's not. He is going to fall for the bait, which in this instance gives him disadvantage on his attack of opportunity against you. Does an 18 hit?
No.
Wow, okay. So he swings and bounces off your shell as you run by.
Yeah.
And where
and
are you
then I'm
going?
just gonna run, and then I'm gonna do one of two things off the edge here. I'm either going to jump up in the air and dive, and then go into my shell as my action, and roll down like inside my
fuck?
shell type thing.
Okay. Okay.
Or I'm gonna try to like surfboard down on my shell, like Ninja Turtle style. So how would that work if I went in my shell as option one? Would it
So
be
you
like a
can't.
AC or some sort of? Would I try to take damage, like to roll? I'm out.
So if you go into your
Hockey.
shell,
Uh,
I don't think you can like leave your shell like a Ninja Turtle. You know what I mean? So what I'll
Alright,
say is, if you
So I
go
go
into your
into
shell,
my shell.
you might take less damage if you hit rocks.
I think going into your shell is an action, and exiting is a bonus action.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're not going to have enough to do that on this turn, I'm going to say.
Okay.
So
And
if you want to
I'm
run
gonna
and
try
leap,
to
you can.
then I'm gonna try to like acrobatics down this thing using like shield or my kind of like running
Okay.
core style.
So
Try to
what I'll
book it
say is
down the
this:
thing.
go ahead and make an acrobatics roll.
Oh,
You know,
God.
triple X board slide down the
Uh-oh.
fucking waterfall.
Vincent's about to
Yeah.
self-murder.
Oh,
Oh
one.
no!
My God. All right, here
So
we go.
You go to jump over the cliff, and as you do so, you lose your footing, and you just fall instead. And as you fall, you get caught up in the water of the waterfall, and it begins to take you towards some of the rocks below. The drop is 30 feet. If you had made a 5 or 10-foot jump outwards, you may have been able to make it to the water. In this instance, you did not. And so I am going to need to make a roll.
Oh my God.
What?
We're not even gonna know this happened. Like,
Vincent, did Vincent,
Right.
did Vincent,
Jumps off and
did you
dies. I
use
have
your,
no idea.
You take
uh,
9 points of damage,
oh,
Vincent.
I think he survived that.
Is
He's
that
got
it?
10. Yep, that's
I know-
it.
I was asking, is that
Oh,
it?
It was 1d6 per 10 feet. 30
Like-
feet, you took 9 points of damage. You got very lucky that you just did not get knocked out.
Yeah. Alright,
God,
And you are down here
this
in
is
the
the most
water. at
clownish
this
shit I've
point.
ever seen. That's awesome though.
I was supposed to be very acrobatic, and none of this is working right now. Alright,
shit.
I think that's your full turn between
it
all the
is, but
movement
I
and
do have
talking.
I was just contemplating if I was gonna able to save myself with like an action surge, and then be able to like do anything that extra action.
So even if you take an action surge, all you'd be able to use it for would be to either do something in the water at this point or to like
Yeah.
dash and therefore get
I
some swim
think you
movement.
used your action surge to hit the glass at
What was
the
that? When was it? The glass?
statue thing.
Over here.
Last session.
Oh, okay. I didn't click it then. Alright, thank you. Never mind. Then never mind. So yeah, that's my turn. But I will just ask, what is this? What is down here on like the outside of the like where I am now? Is this like a sewer or is
that's
this land?
no, that's a totally fair question. So this is all the beginnings of a small lake, and you would be able to swim to a shore this way or
God
this
damn
way
it.
if you so wished.
I wish I knew that. Fuck.
Let's see. So make sure you only have one hit point left.
Yep.
Uriel, what are you doing? Yeah, after you hear, mind you, Axel yell.
Everyone cheese it. Um, what to do about this Minotaur? If I use my action to disengage, would I avoid the attack of opportunity?
You would.
Toggle Pocket has range for sure, and so all the other guys have crossbows.
Yeah, and I'm only a couple hits away from going down.
That's also why Riku didn't like engage in combat, because I'm like one shot right now.
Wouldn't even be able to get very far. If I took the attack of opportunity, I could like here.
You sure about that from a Minotaur?
I mean, my AC is 19, so it's like I'm no slouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go to jail with Riku. I'll keep my hands up and I'll not move out of the Minotaur's range.
Okay. Okay. Riku, you're not going to do anything else in particular at this moment?
I have a question.
Sure.
I'd
So
escape.
this is a two-part question. Part one. We were given inspiration last time, or was it just a couple of us? I don't remember.
Everybody has one. You can still have that if you so wish. If you did not use it, you have that.
Okay. I meant to ask that before I started my last turn, but I forgot. And part two. Casting Mage Hand. Let's talk about that.
What are the components of Mage Hand?
Let's see. It's a cantrip. It says cast at will. I'm not sure where it says.
Components are verbal and somatic.
Okay.
So you got to say something, and you got to make a hand movement.
Okay, so with my hands bound, I probably couldn't do that then.
I would say if you make a successful Arcana check, you may do so.
Hmm. Yeah, but they can see my mage hand. Fuck.
Spectral
more.
floating hand.
No more rogue fancy mage hand. Hmm.
Can it look however you want it to look? Can you make it look
No, I don't think so. I think it just looks like a floating ghost hand,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I don't think I can really do anything with it. Like, because they'd see it. I mean, would it be possible for me to use my mage hand to like try to grab the keys somehow without them seeing, or is that not even like within the realm of possibilities?
Give me a perception check. Let's start there.
Okay. Yikes.
All right. And so I will reset some of the scene here for you. You do not see any keys. If somebody has keys, they are tucked away either behind them, out of your view, or in a pouch somewhere. What you see is Quentin Togglepocket standing next to you, wand held aloft, pointed towards the Minotaur. In his right hand, rapier dragging on the floor in his left. Behind you is the tiefling security guard, red-tinged skin, pushing you forward towards the open door to your left here that you came down in. There is a attendant looking on in this location. Beyond that, your situation looks a little dire.
I'm gonna cast message to Uriel, and I'm gonna say, hey, I need you to come with me. They're gonna lock us up, but we'll find a way out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, and he can respond. I don't know if he has to wait till his turn or whatever, but
Respond now, that's fine. So you point your finger towards him, and you're able to do that sort of behind you.
yeah.
And Uriel, do you have a response?
Alright, what was that?
Do you have a response to Riku's message of like requesting to go with him?
Can I respond back like telepathically?
Yes.
I use message, so you just like whisper, and only we can hear it basically.
Yeah, I guess I respond like, "All right, Bard, hope you can get us out of this mess."
Okay. Yeah, that's my turn then, I guess.
Okay.
I feel better. I did something.
Quentin Toggle Pocket goes, yes, get him in there, and he like nods the other way. He sends the Minotaur forward towards you a little bit. Let me see, guard. Actually, what is he gonna do? All right, B is going to be continue marching you into jail, Riku. And he will get to about here with it at this point. He can't use all his movement to do it because he's kind of like pushing you along. The other guy, D, will run over and pull you aside, Uriel, to this location and begin trying to manacle you. Unless you resist or attempt to get out of it, you will have manacles and you will be bound as well.
I'll let him do it.
Okay.
Off to
E.
jail we go.
E will run forward to here and look at Vincent going over the side, bouncing down off the rocks, yelling, and splashing into the water. He will be like, "What the fuck?" And he will take out his crossbow and he will
Oh, what a dick!
pop a shot at disadvantage.
It's definitely gonna hit him.
I'm in the water. I'm underwater.
I rolled a 7, so he
Okay.
misses. The bolt shoots by you and whizzes past into the water. He goes, "Goddamn stupid thing!" And you can see him above you, like hitting the crossbow as he has it on the railing itself. He's got it like leaning on the railing, looking over you. And he yells behind him, "We got a problem! The statue is gone!" And he like shouts that as loud as he can back
Oh shit!
down the passageway.
This could actually work
At
out.
a far passageway.
The Minotaur, with a flick of the wand from Quentin Toggle Pocket, will charge. And it will charge 80 feet towards 80 feet to there.
Oh shit!
It is charging directly for Axel, who is escaping. Let's see. Axel, what would you like to do?
What would Axel like to do? All right. So we got this boat here. I might have to commandeer the boat. How would that work?
Yeah, I don't think that Minotaur can run that fast in water.
Yeah. Okay.
So for clarity, the river is moving swiftly here.
Yeah.
The two attendants will not they will not fight you. They are looking to get out of your way if you do anything. The individual in the boat might put up a little bit of a scuffle from what you can tell, considering he's holding onto the pole that sort of lets you direct and guide the boat. The
Okay.
Minotaur is charging through that table and is overturning that card table at this moment.
Yeah. What are the rules as far as me driving the boat? I mean, it's just like a rowboat, right? How hard can it be?
You would need to make some sort of check.
Okay.
You can convince me of that check. Could be athletics, could be survival, could be a number of different things. And depending on your background, you might get advantage on it.
I mean, just measure out here. See. So I can make it to the boat. But then how would I be able to get to the boat and then like as far as my movement and everything goes, like could I make it to the boat? But But then would I be like, would dash still work? Like, how would the boat be able to like move once I got in it?
It could. So the way that this would work is this guy is standing half on the boat, half on the boat, half on the dock. You could jump on, push him aside, get into the boat, and then kick the boat off. And that would move you in the boat another I'm gonna actually say it would be 50 feet because the water is moving so swiftly.
50 feet south
To the north.
to the north. Okay, so I'd be going.
Towards the waterfall.
And if I wanted to go the other way,
If you wanted to go the other way, it is going to be more difficult, and
yeah,
it will be half speed, so 25 feet.
But you can get to that land real quick, possibly.
yeah. Fuck. Okay, we're
Would
gonna
it be double
go.
the speed going with the current?
It would.
Yeah,
Oh.
but 50.
Um,
How far would 50 feet be?
And
So
to go
that-
downstream through the little bridges, you will have to duck.
Okay.
Yeah, like lay
I
down
think
on the boat.
we're gonna try to go
Yeah.
south. Yeah, we're gonna go against the current here.
Okay.
We're
Go
gonna
for it.
rolling the dice. So what, like 15 feet to the boat? It looks like.
Yeah, about that. So I'll say move to that point,
Yeah.
and make an athletics check to shoulder barge the guy out of the
Oh,
way if you'd like, or do
I
something else.
would, once I saw the Minotaur coming towards me, I would get a nice little shot of adrenaline and rage the fuck up.
Okay.
And then if I wanted to give this guy like a boot, like a shoulder, like get the fuck out of my way, like would that be an action?
Yeah. I would say in this instance it could be part of your movement because he's in a precarious position, and it would just
Yeah.
require like a strength check to move past him.
Yeah, we'll just boop him out of the way. And is it athletics or strength?
Um, let's go with a strength.
Okay. Say I am raging, so it's advantage. It gets 21.
Okay. And you throw him over the boat and into the water, at which point he swiftly downstream.
God, poor guy. Yeah. He gets booped, and then I hop in the boat and I go as far south as I can in the boat.
Okay. And that would be
Towards, yeah. I want to get to the land. Like ideally I would get to like the green part and then get up, like run from there and just book it.
Oh, the boat moves.
Oh yeah, the boat moves.
Damn. That's production quality right there.
Thank you. Yeah, I put a lot into this one. I like this one. Let's see. Axel, that is your full turn. Vincent, you are fading in and out of consciousness, just
Yeah.
barely holding on as you splash into the water. You come up for air, breathing, looking, seeing a dart zip past, or seeing a bolt skip past you across the water. What would you like to do?
Go into survival mode at one HP and do turtle things and dive down and then try to swim to land.
Okay, what's your swim speed?
Let's see. I think it's just the same.
Oh, you have a
Uh,
30-foot swim speed, or
I believe so. I'm not sure.
that's pretty good. I think that's better than everyone else, for example.
Uh, speed, it's 30 feet. I have a hold breath for an hour. It doesn't say anything specifically, so I'm not sure.
Let's see. Features and traits, racial traits.
It just says your walking speed. It's 30.
Oh yeah, it would list a swim speed, I suspect. Okay, so I think that swim speed is half your speed.
Okay. And then I would just try to do it underwater then. To be like sneaky.
Blend in with all the other aquatic wildlife.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Go ahead and make a stealth check. And do you have a direction that you're going? Are you going like this way,
Uh,
or are you going this way?
You are so
I'm such a
unlucky with your
bad roll.
rolls.
I know. I was gonna go left. I don't know. I guess I'd have to like. Not important, but I just want to get to land
Okay.
where it looks
It would probably be
away
faster
from here.
to get to land if you go this way.
All right, then
So what
perfect.
I will say is the 10 is maybe good enough. He will have to find you to be able to shoot at you because you have gone underwater, so it makes you difficult to see. And you could dash if you wished.
Might as well.
So you
I
go.
got nothing else to do.
Okay,
Just trying to get out of here at this point.
gotcha.
Not get
Uriel,
hit.
Uriel, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna keep going along with this.
All right. Riku, same.
How far will this guy take me in my turn here?
He will take you to probably about here.
Okay. And during this time, do I recall seeing this guy like take damage? Like, does he look beat up at all?
Let's see. This guy is bloodied. He's not doing great. You have no idea if you would be able to kill him, considering your hands are bound.
And like, um, does he have his weapon drawn right now, or is he like restraining me with both his hands?
His weapon is not drawn. He's restraining you, pushing you along with like one hand on the small of your back, or like
Oh God.
between your shoulder blades, and another holding the manacles that holds your hands together.
All right. Last question. Healing word. Is that a self heal? Am I able to heal myself with that, or is that only able to use it on other things?
It's a very good question. I believe you can use it on yourself, but I will need to
Okay.
check.
Yeah, I think the internet says you can use it on yourself.
And
You
it
can't-
is
you're not-
only
You're not
verbal,
allowed to lie on the internet.
Yeah.
and it's a creature of your choice you can see within range. So you can definitely use it on yourself.
So I can look down at my shoulder and see myself as a creature. Okay. Excellent. I guess Riku would basically wait until we round the corner. Oh God, this is such a dumb idea. And he's gonna cast Healing Word on himself.
Okay.
All right, give myself 6 HP. And that's a bonus action. And for my action, I would like to I want to like cuz this guy's like pushing me along
Hmm.
and I want to kind of just take all my body weight and like so I'm kind of like leaning against him, right?
Hmm.
Like kind of like resisting him as he's pushing me. I want to suddenly like shift my body weight forward and try to like somehow like if I can, are like my hands behind my back or are they in front of me?
They're behind your back,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
he's pushing you along.
All right. So I want to kind of like with my hands like grab him by like his shirt and like kind of lean forward and try to make him like fall in front of me and like as he's falling in front of me try to like push back with my legs and like bash him up against the wall, try to like hit his head against the wall,
Okay.
try to shake him loose.
Okay. And you want to do this like on his turn, so you want to hold your action, or do you want to do
I'm
this
waiting
now?
I'm waiting because I assume he's like pushing me, making me move, so I want to wait until like we round the corner and like get
Okay.
around the corner and try to do it like once we're like have someone's field of view like looking straight down the hallway. Like, I
Gotcha.
want to wait till we go around the corner basically.
Okay, so what I'll say is you use Healing Word on your turn to use your bonus action.
Yep.
You will hold your action to be able to do this until that moment when you're around the corner.
Okay.
The noble strides forward, Mr. Quentin Togglepocket, wand held aloft, still pointing at the Minotaur, and he yells, "Get him! Get him now!" The individual pushing you along, Riku, will round the corner with you, and I will move you there.
Oh God, here we go.
So go ahead, and I'm going to say make a roll to do your
Name,
thing.
name it. Which
Uh,
roll?
I'm going to say this one's going to be an athletics check. Yeah.
Athletics check it is. Nat 20.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
boom.
Oh, standing
Big.
ovation.
He is surprised by your
Still-
move. He loses hold of you. You bash his head up against the wall. Go ahead and roll 1d8.
Okay. We
Bone 8.
shall roll a 1d8.
Are you still inspired?
Well, I don't think that matters. I rolled the crit
Oh.
already.
Sorry. Go ahead and also roll another 1d8 because you critted him.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right, and I will roll a Constitution saving throw for him.
That was big,
That was huge.
but
He
he's
is
not knocked
not-
out. Yeah.
He
He's
is
still
not knocked
down,
out.
though. You gotta break free still.
He does not have a hold of you at this point, and he is holding his head, yelling, "Oh, God damn it, that fucking hurt!" That will be his full turn because he was using it just to move you, and he lost his action to move you that far. The other guy is like, "What the fuck was that?" And he's gonna begin moving Uriel towards the noise.
Can I, like, trip? Like, purposely trip and, like, fall and, like, take us both out? Or, like, accidentally purposely trip?
If you would like to try to do that, you may.
We're just being complete nuisance.
That was our job.
Well, I'm trying to buy you a little time, you know?
No, I get what you're trying to do. I'm all
If you
about it.
want to be difficult about this, you can make like an acrobatics check to do so.
Here we go. 17.
Let me just make an opposed check against that. Oh my gosh. Okay. You won't get that far. He will get you to the door roughly, and it will. You're like gonna trip as you like begin to go through the door.
Yeah, that worked. Like tripping the door frame.
Yeah.
Because the shoddy construction work.
This guy is still yelling up to the north. "Boss, we got a problem." He will make a wisdom check just to see if he can find. He cannot find Vincent, and he's like, I can't see him, and he'll begin sprinting down the other way. To this point,
Hell yeah, Vincent got away.
the Minotaur skeleton. This is what I've been waiting for. The Minotaur skeleton
Oh, no, I don't like the sound of that.
Mhm.
is going
Oh,
to
dude.
get to
Hero
The-
dive.
edge of the land, and it is going to jump.
Oh,
Under the canoe.
It is
From the
going
top
to
ropes.
jump on top of both Axel and the boat.
This is going.
It
Shit.
got a 13. It is going to do so, but poorly. And it is going to land on the boat. Axel, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to make sure that you are not tossed from the boat.
okay. Dex save. Ooh, looks like we're good.
Wow.
Okay. You
I mean,
land, or you
would-
hold onto your footing just fine by putting a foot underneath the seat.
Would you kind of want to be tossed from the boat, like away from that thing?
That is its full movement and action, and it is turned looking towards you, standing in the front of the boat, which is now beginning to fill up with water because it is so heavy.
Okay.
And Quentin Togglepocket is still in his spot. What would you like to do, Axel?
Okay. So with this boat filling up, ideally Could the boat get to like maybe where's the pointer? Okay, so could the boat get to like right here ish, so I can like jump out?
You want to try to push the boat to that location?
Is it? Yeah. How does this boat work? Is there like oars? Like how am I piloting this thing?
You're pushing like a Venetian gondola, essentially, with like a big long stick, like a 9-foot pole.
Oh, like one of the Venice people.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so,
Okay.
in fact, as you have the Minotaur land and all the weight is now in the front, the boat suddenly begins to turn because all the weight is going to want to go back downstream. And so the boat is beginning to turn like this.
And
Jump out and swim.
what are these
Jump under
rock?
the-
Yeah, what's with these like rocks and stuff? Like,
That's the edge of the cave.
so I can't like hang on. I can't jump out and like grab onto that.
Probably not. They look slick. They are smooth. It goes about like a 25-foot archway. There is ground, however, where you're sort of pointing.
And this
here.
guy, he's like not facing me, right? So will he get an attack of opportunity? Or like,
You can make that jump.
I can't make that
Yeah,
jump.
you got that. You got that. You got that.
Does
I-
mobility give you better jump, or is that not a
That's
thing?
just movement.
Oh.
And yeah, because my strength is 16, and that's a 20-foot jump, so I can't. But will this guy get an attack of opportunity if I, jump out?
He probably will, is what you believe.
That's what I believe. Okay. All right.
Seems ambiguous.
Yeah. So I will attack the Minotaur. Wait,
Oh,
I'm gonna stand up and whack him.
you could disengage and run.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But also fighting is cooler.
I'm gonna yeah. Get my great axe.
Oh my
Give him a
god.
whap. I'm gonna crit him. And I'm raging, so this is
This is a big hit.
oh only I rolled better. So 12 points of damage total.
Okay.
And then I'm jumping out.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
What type of damage was that?
That was slashing because it was a great axe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All good. It does the 12 points of damage quite well.
Yeah.
And you're jumping out.
Jumping out. So I've used my axe. So now I got my movement. So with my 40 movement, how far could I get? Pretty much.
Yeah. So your swim speed is halved. So you get 20, but the speed of the current is going to have that. So you could go 10.
Okay.
If you're going against
So
the current.
10, so this would be 5. So that gets me like right here. I mean,
Yeah, that gets you about there. Now,
Okay.
as you jump out of the boat and kick off,
Yeah.
the boat takes off.
Oh.
And so the boat begins moving rapidly. Let me just do something here.
Yeah, very rapid. Very rapid.
Oh yeah.
Probably
That bridge should knock him out.
okay.
Like in fact, it gets all the way to here with the Minotaur still on it. This guy's still in the water back here. He's gonna move in just a moment. Vincent, we come to you.
God, this
You
Minotaur
are
comes to
still
Vincent.
underwater.
Yeah, just swimming away
Okay.
on the land.
We are going to say that you continue to swim underwater until you get to land on the far side.
Yep. And try to like survival hitchhike my way home, back to not to this place, but back to the hotel we've been staying at or wherever. The inn.
Gotcha.
I feel like we would meet up at the barn. Like, remember how we slept outside in like a barn area? I feel like that's where we would met
Set a
up.
meeting point.
That's a
Yeah.
good meeting place.
All
I'm
right,
good
then
with that.
I would try to get back to that barn.
Gotcha. Uriel. What are you doing?
Was my trip successful?
It slowed you up. It did not cause him to drop you or to, unless you were trying to get out of his grasp. I thought you were just trying to slow him down.
I was trying to like have us both fall to the ground
Oh,
and just
okay.
yeah.
Then I'll say that that's what happened actually around the door. So you were both prone on the ground, and he dropped his ability on. He does not have you grappled at this point.
I think I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna look at him and start running this way.
Down the
So,
hallway.
Yep, down the hallway, where Riku is also in medical
Oh,
shooting
God.
the guy.
Okay.
I'm coming to help.
He will take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage with his mace and like sort of like lunge out at you with it. You can only get a 14.
That's a mess.
Okay. So you can get up for half your movement. So that's 15. You can use 15 to get to like there. And then if you want to use your action, you can get to here.
Oh yeah, I'm
So,
gonna do that. I'm just gonna
like here-ish or something.
Can I are Asmar built in a way that I can like jump and like move my hands from being bound behind my back to being in front of me? Like jump and like put like jump through
What type
it,
of
like
armor are you
jump rope
wearing?
style?
Heavy armor, bro.
Chainmail?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no in this instance. The chainmail would become sort of, locked up in the interlocking weave, and you would not be able to do that.
Alright, so get ready to headbutt someone.
Riku, what are you doing?
So this man is on the ground at this point.
He's sort of doubled over. He's standing up still, but he's doubled over, holding onto his head.
Okay.
Go for the kill.
I guess Riku's gonna try to kick him in the head again, like, and bash his head against the wall.
Okay.
What should I roll for that?
Make an unarmed strike on him.
Okay.
Depending on how good this goes. That is a hit.
Okay. I only do 1 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay. Because he was holding his head and sort of doubled over, I need to make a dexterity saving throw for him. And he is going to get... he does not get a 15. That was the DC. Go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh shit.
3.
Okay, and let me make a constitution saving throw for him. You knock him out.
Woo!
Nice.
He
So that
is
was my
down on
action,
the
right?
ground. Yes, that was your action.
Bonus action, search for keys.
You are able to find some keys on his person.
Am I able to unlock myself, or is not this turn?
Not this turn, I'm going to say. It would take a little more fiddling.
Alright. Well, in any case, Riku would have heard the commotion behind him, and with my movement, just poke my head around the corner and say, I got the keys, let's go! And then move like another, like, let's say here.
Okay. Quentin Togglepocket, you can hear shouting from the casino. No, you were supposed to get him, you stupid thing. And he's like doing his own thing over there. That guy's unconscious. This guy is going to sprint towards you because you got away from him. So he's going to sprint towards you and only be able to get here within range of you. The other guy is continuing to run to here to try to join his comrades. The Minotaur skeleton has no idea what to do. The Minotaur skeleton is going to hop off on this side, jump off, and it is going to run to this spot here. So it uses its 40 feet of movement, and it like kind of looks back at Quentin Togglepocket, looking starstruck. Axel, what are you doing?
Axel is he's gonna try to get to land. Probably right here looks like land, so that's where I would so that's like 5 movement. All right.
Yeah.
Am I able to pull myself up? No problem.
Yes, you are, and you'll have another 20 movement once you're on land, I'll say.
Okay.
And that doesn't include any dash that you want to take.
Oh, we dashing.
Okay.
So that was like,
So I assume you can go 60 feet at this point total.
yeah. So yeah, we out.
Okay. Axel and Vincent, go ahead and roll me survival checks. This is to figure out how to get back to
Okay.
barn.
Might need my inspiration for this one. Yeah. I feel like I'm feeling inspired to get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not that hard for you, Axel. You're able to like flee through the woods along the edge of this river, finding the road once more. Vincent, it's going to take you a significantly longer amount of time. You do eventually, however, come to a dirt track and begin heading in the direction that you believe the barn is in. Axel, you get to the road as well. Let's see. Uriel, what would you like to do?
Do I take the attack of opportunity or not? Is the question.
How much health do you have?
7.
Pretty risky.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna use my action to disengage, and then use my 30 feet of movement to get up to Riku.
Done and done.
I'm telling this guy right behind me. Let's get these cuffs off. Lickety split.
All right, Riku, what are you doing?
Unlocking cuffs.
And if you use your action and bonus action, you can do both yours and Uriel's.
Done.
Okay. Yours takes longer. That's where the action comes from. Uriel's is a bonus action. And you are
Okay.
both unbound and free. Are you using your movement?
Riku would say, "Look, I think we can get out of here, but I don't think we can get the money. But not getting arrested is probably better than anything right now, right?"
Yeah, let's just get the fuck out of here.
All right.
I
Riku
think Turtle
points.
Boy got away with the statue.
Yeah,
It sounds like.
Riku would tell him to just to try to make it to the waterfall and jump off in the water, and then also in a hushed voice, point to this door because I still have the key card to like get around the employee access stuff, and be
do.
like, according to the map, we can cut through that way. He's like, there's a zoo back there or something. Maybe we let animals loose to cause even more of a distraction.
Oh, that's a good idea.
All right, cool. Let's do this. And yeah, Riku's gonna move now.
Leroy Jenkins.
So I think I have at least 30. Yep. So that's it.
Okay. Quentin Togglepocket is screaming, shouting, cursing, crying, throwing up all at once. Out in the other room, this guy's down, these guys are down. This guy is sprinting up to you, and he's going to take an attack on you, Uriel. But he's going to miss, bouncing off your shoulder plate.
God damn. Having you come with me has been so good.
This guy is
Just a
running
fucking
down to his
shield.
boss.
Yeah. Human shield. Like if we had a way for the old man to stay distracted, I might even go for the money, but my movement isn't that good.
Minotaur is like, I don't know what to do. He will come back and around this way. Axel, you're out of here. Vincent, you're out of here. Uriel, what are you doing?
How hurt does this guy look in front of me?
Say that again.
How hurt does he look?
He looks pretty fresh, especially in comparison to some of these other guys you fought.
In that case, disengage and run away.
Just protect Riku. It's a good lad.
And Riku, what are you doing?
It's my turn already?
Yes.
Okay.
If you guys are just gonna if you want, we could just let you escape, because at this point, Uriel can disengage and run, disengage and run.
Yeah. So yeah, we would basically do that, make our way through this way, let the animals escape to cause even more of a ruckus, and then jump off the waterfall probably.
So if you do that, you will probably have to fight that guy running after you.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so then we'll keep going with this for now. So if you want to run, open the door. I will unblock that area for you.
I feel like if we 50% instead of 100%ing the mission, that's better than us getting arrested or killed.
So you run and you open that door at least. The door being opened is a bonus action, so if you wish to go further,
Oh
you may
yeah,
do so.
I'd go as far as my movement would allow.
Okay.
My action economy.
In this instance, you're going to be able to open that door as well. You can just go through this door.
Okay.
Let me open this up for you. Cool. In this room. Oh, sorry. You got to give me 2 seconds. I don't have the book with me. Actually, let's take our 2 to 5 minute break right now, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap this up and get you guys a level 3. Let's describe the scene as you open the door, Riku. The floor smells like hay and musk. These crates rest on the floor in one corner, and a portable cage on rollers sits beside them. Floor-to-ceiling bars from 2 larger cages against the northern wall. A wooden chest sits against the east wall near the biggest cage. Resting on the lid of the chest is a ring of keys. There are 3 baboons that shriek as you enter the room. There is a lion that paces back and forth in the largest cage. There are... Let's see.
Oh yeah, we're about to have an arcane archer.
Let's see. There are a few tieflings in here that I'm trying to place down for
It's not
us.
over yet, bro.
Yeah, I feel like you have to fight a minotaur still, or escape a minotaur. I don't know how you think you get into this waterfall unless there's some secret passage blocked here.
We saw the layout of the whole place, so we would know it.
Yeah.
There is a door to your right.
Yeah, there's a pathway this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
These 3 individuals are like, "What? Who are you? What are you doing in here?" But they don't make moves to engage with you. You can finish your movement and end here at the bottom of the steps. As I said, there's a lion, and I will put this panther in here for the lion.
So
And then
lion
there's a
baboons.
bunch of... Yeah, exactly. And then there's 3 baboons in the other cage.
Okay.
See if I have anything for that. I don't really have a baboon. This looks like a baboon face. That's good enough.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Baboons are savage.
But you burst into this room looking for your next escape. That brings us back and around. This guy is just going to keep coming after you. He's going to take an attack against you, Uriel, each time. And he will get a 10 to miss.
Oh yeah.
The other one is confused and speaking with Quentin Togglepocket, and he is going to begin coming up this way in his turn. Let's see. The Minotaur will keep doing his thing. Uriel, what are you doing this turn?
I am disengaging and running away.
Okay. And then Riku, what are you doing?
So Riku would enter the room and then see the people here and say, I don't know if you've heard, but there's a giant minotaur on the back, and then thumb over shoulder, and then say, it's not safe. You guys should probably leave. And with that, you said there was a set of keys around, right?
Yes, there are a set of keys. Resting on the lid of the chest is a ring of keys.
So
The chest is in the north, this corner right here.
This chest here?
Yes.
All right. So Riku is gonna move.
Loot that chest while I'm distracting this guy taking swings at us.
Yeah.
He's moving here. That's 20 feet. And perfect. He is he's casting his mage hand to grab the keys and start to move them towards the door of the lion.
Gotcha.
He wants to get ready. He wants to get ready to unlock the lion's fucking cage when it seems like him and what's his face are like in the doorway here, like ready to close the door. And he wants to let the lion loose to hopefully fucking chase these people as they're like running away.
Okay. Make a deception check as you're doing this,
Okay.
just to take the view of these tieflings away from.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
Okay.
Uh,
There you go. Oh,
Good
I like that
enough.
one better.
Good enough. All right. This guy's going to take another swing at you, Uriel. He's going to get a 12, which will be a miss. The other guy is now running down the corridor here and seeing that something is happening down at the end. The Minotaur skeleton is moving towards its master here, and everyone's like fleeing around it still. And Uriel, what would you like to do?
Disengage and run away.
All right. And as
All right, so
Uriel
I'm
bursts
in the
through the
room
door,
now.
you can see this ring of keys held by a spectral hand moving behind oblivious tieflings. Riku, over by this door, motioning you towards it.
Oh, and with I would have had more movement too, but I think for me to be able to reach the door, I probably would have been like here at least. Would have been a little bit closer.
Gotcha. That's fine. Let's see. So I'm just going to move this guy up. He's just going to take an attack. We're just going to do this a few more times. That's going to be 14, 15?
That's a miss.
All right. If you want to disengage and move to Riku, you may. That door is actually open, so I will open it if you wish to move through.
Let's see what's behind curtain number
Yep, I'm
one.
gonna go right through the door and be like, Riku, Do the thing. Let's get going.
Whoa.
There's quite a large room here. This would be some sort of amphitheater, and you are entering through a tunnel. As you enter through this tunnel, you can see that there are tiered seats. And in this area, it looks like they perform with the animals.
Yeah, it would have been a cool place to fight in.
It's never too late.
I only have 10 HP.
What are you doing, Riku?
Riku is going to tell the he's gonna turn the knob and release the lion, and tell the ladies that they should probably start running and smile, and he's gonna turn the key and open the door with the mage hand if he can,
Okay.
and then proceed to run as fast as he can the other direction, and while closing the door behind him.
Okay.
Are we able to lock that door? Use
It
your
does.
guard senses.
It does not have a lock.
But it can at least close, right?
It can close. Yes.
Awesome.
This has a 20. Lion is gonna go before everyone else. It got a 20 on its initiative check, and it will begin sprinting for the man. And you hear the guy go, "Oh no! Oh no!" Okay. So at this point, you guys can flee down the passageway, exit the doors, and jump over the waterfall if you would like. We don't have to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Here we
Okay.
go. Yeah, we're jumping off
Yeah.
the waterfall.
This is big. This is big. Let's see if you make the jump.
I want to see what you guys get on
Oh,
these
before
rolls.
I do that, I am going to healing hands myself for 2d4.
What am I rolling here, DM?
It is either an athletics or an acrobatics check, up to you.
Whoa. In that case, we're gonna do
Here we
acrobatics.
go. 25.
17, baby.
All right. You guys make it without too much issue. The one issue is that Uriel, you are going to swim very slowly because you have heavy armor on. What I would ask is that you give me a strength check.
13.
Okay, that's good enough. You don't sink too much. You are able to get yourself above water, and you are able to get to whichever side of the shore you would like. Who has? Let me check your passive perceptions.
I have
Riku,
13.
Your passive perception is good enough to see Vincent over on the other shoreline.
Riku would, he would like see that Uriel is basically underneath the water, walking along the underneath the depths, and just be like, just point that direction towards Vincent.
Okay. As you all, the three of you, meet up on the other shore, it is getting later in the afternoon, evening, and it is getting dark out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this time to level up,
Oh yeah.
and you can make survival checks to assist Vincent to find your way back towards the barn.
Can't believe we got out.
Right.
Are we
Well,
just
almost out.
are we doing milestone XP or level ups? Are we just doing XP or?
I might do XP level up, but for now we're just going to do milestone because I wanted to get you guys to level 3 regardless.
Cool.
All
All right.
Is somebody's mic firing off?
Something's happening.
That
Somebody's
is
controller's vibrating, it sounds
that
like.
is Vincent, I think.
Yeah.
Me?
Something.
It shouldn't.
Well, it is.
All right,
Stopped.
hold on.
All right. So are you guys leveling up right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch from this to new one.
All right. Expertise is
Alright.
pretty cool.
Oh yeah, expertise is really good. Does anybody have any questions about their new?
No, I'm just trying to remember which which
What
one
you
I wanted
chose?
to. Yeah, the name of the second arrow I looked up and one.
Man, this is like such a big jump from 2 to 3 here.
Oh yeah. Level 3 is the real start of the game, in my opinion. I actually, I'm joining a Pathfinder group online. I found like a group on Reddit for playing Pathfinder 2, so I'm gonna learn how to play that. I'm gonna try that out, but it's very different from D&D, to the point where like you get your subclass basically at level 1.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I played around with one of like the character creator apps, and it was pretty insanely in depth.
Yeah, Path Builder or something.
Oh, I forget the name of it. Well, that sounds familiar.
All right.
Yep.
Alright, I'm good to go.
Path Builder 2E.
Yeah, Path Builder. Yeah, that's exactly what I was using. All right. Let's see. It looks like we got a bunch of level 3 characters on the board, which is pretty nice. 3 of you are together. Axel, you are wandering alone. It is getting dark. You are all headed to the southwest in the direction that you know the town of Daggerford lies. But as it gets dark and the clouds sock in, mist begins to revolve around you.
So HP, would it have been the
Yes.
same? Stayed the
It would
same?
be 1d8 plus your Constitution modifier.
1d8.
Well, I think he means like
I meant when you level up, do you get like max
Yeah.
HP?
Oh no,
Or
you
the-
do not. Your
yeah,
HP would
like
stay
a
the same.
video
I'm sorry.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
my HP went
He's
up.
a gamer, dog.
But I will. Yeah. So.
Well,
wait,
it just
what
did it
was-
automatically, and I just noticed, so
No,
I'm just
no, mine
taking
did
it back
too.
down.
So that's the clarification.
Well, I
is
think it scales.
I went
Like
up
there's
to
a
9.
scaling, probably.
As the example, it's now telling me I have 9 HP out of 28 instead of
Ah.
1 out of whatever.
I think that's fine. So it's giving you the HP that you just got when you leveled,
Yes,
basically.
exactly. Yeah.
I think that's
It's a-
fine.
I'll take it.
So put it back on whatever it was before.
So you had 10 of 15, and then you got how much extra HP on top
Yeah.
of that?
It put me up another 6. I had 16 out of 21.
Gotcha.
So give yourself that back.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
just scaled
Yeah, it
up
did.
Okay.
as your level.
Okay. Just trying to keep everything, lined up.
I'm gonna switch back to my bow and arrow now.
Okay.
The
This is
journey
nice.
back
I get
or
so many
whatever we're
slots
doing.
though. I got two level 2 slots and then a level 1 out of that.
Or shield. It's a lot.
We're still navigating our way back right now, right?
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
Oh yeah. Do we need a survival check? Is that what we were waiting on?
I would need a survival check from you all. Yes.
Yeah, I got a 19.
Ooh. Oh, I rolled a 19, but I got an 18.
Okay. And let's see Axel's. Axel,
Oh.
I also got a 4.
as the mist descends, you become slightly lost. You turn left down a fork in the road. And as you do so, you eventually hear individuals up ahead. Out of the mist comes 3 people
Oh,
that you recognize as Vincent, Uriel, and Riku. And you finally realize that not only were you headed in the wrong direction, but that your luck in being lost led you to your friends.
nice.
And as you see Axel come out, you all look at each other. Job half done. Statue held by Vincent. And the mists and the darkness surrounds you.
Hey, we're all alive.
Yeah. Axel puts his dagger
That was a
away.
close one.
We thought the Minotaur got you.
I just snatched that thing and
Can't hear you, Vincent.
Yeah, you're talking away from your mic.
really something.
Sound like you're in a water bowl or something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I had the Minotaur. He was chasing me, but I'm pretty quick, so I was able to get away. Got a little wet though, so that's not ideal. But so you guys get the money?
Riku rings out his shirt. He's like, "Yeah, we got a little wet too."
Did you get the money?
He shrugs. He's like, "Unfortunately not, but we didn't get arrested." And he like snaps his fingers. He's
Well,
like,
that's good. Yeah, you
he's
look
like,
pretty.
that's a close second, right?
You looked pretty fucked there for a minute.
He nods vigorously. We were fucked.
Yeah, you got away.
I don't know how we escaped.
It's
to
a
be honest.
goddamn miracle that we got out of there.
Yeah. And then he points to Vincent. He's like, "This guy got the statue. This guy's crazy."
Oh shit! What does it look like?
Vincent pulls it out and shows them.
What does it
It's
look
like
like?
a succubus thing, right?
Okay. That's cool.
One of its wings is like bent from the hit from Vincent falling down the rocks.
It looks like an Arenes, which is basically like a demonic succubus.
So it's getting dark, right?
It is getting dark.
Yeah, I guess we should find a spot to. We should find a spot to maybe off the path here. I don't know. Find somewhere to dry up and take a rest. And also,
no, there's probably people on our tail. We got to keep moving.
You want to keep moving? Okay, but
Yeah, we
also
should probably just book it back to the barn. Rest there.
we should talk about that because like, did that guy tell us there was gonna be a Minotaur? Because that seems like a pretty big omission.
Riku smiles and he's like, "Yeah, we might have got set up."
Yeah, I'm pretty upset. I'm very upset, possibly raging over this. Because that guy, he didn't tell us there was a Minotaur, and that we could have died, fellas.
That
Or
was
got
easy.
arrested.
What happened back there?
Yeah, we almost died a bunch
I
of
just
times.
had like one goofy like mouth breather chasing me
a
around.
goddamn skeleton minotaur.
I
Yeah.
say we get back. We lick our wounds. We tell the person who set us on this quest what happened, and maybe set them up to double cross them since they seem like they basically
Yeah.
threw us under the bus. Let's double cross them and sell them back to that guy that we just stole the statue from.
I mean, wasn't he gonna give us like I forget what the pay was because he was gonna give us a considerable amount of gold like for doing that.
I don't
right?
think he was. You think he was trying to get us killed? Let's get him. Let's go
Get
work
him?
with that gnome.
You wanna
Yeah, let's
get
go work
him?
with that gnome guy, and we'll tell him we're for real. We'll be the new muscle, the new security, and yeah, we'll work with
I
him.
don't know if we should go back there.
Why?
Why? What if he tries to arrest us? I'm just gonna, what?
We'll just get away again.
All right. Well, hey, let's get
I
back.
feel stronger now.
Let's talk
more
about it.
capable.
Let's talk about it, Riku.
Yeah,
Let's
one
get
thing
back
at a time.
there and figure it
Yeah,
out.
one thing at a time.
I called dibs on keeping the statue.
My torches are all scuffed now because I had to jump in the water. It's terrible.
In the distance, you all hear the howling of a single lone wolf.
Ah, jeez.
Deep, mournful, sorrowful. And you see the mists and fog swirling about you.
Oh god, it's a ghost wolf.
Are we just
Alright.
gonna get like teleported to this fucking place?
The group. I feel like this is where we stand back to back with each other.
Yep, definitely.
Keep your head on swivel.
We're Scooby Doo walking down the pathway right now. Oh, ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Scoops, what's that sound?
Give me a survival check.
All of us?
Yeah.
Group
The whole mystery
survival.
machine?
Oh, yeah.
It's getting real
Ooh, 8.
spooky around here.
Ooh.
19.
All of you except for Uriel kind of look at each other, and you do not remember that this was the road that you took to get to the turnoff where you got on the boats to go to the Afterlife Casino. In fact, this road looks very different. Less well kept,
Oh shit.
significantly more degraded. In fact, there are what I would refer to only as dark puddles all along this road. Black pools of water stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist that has taken over the atmosphere around you.
Hey guys, I don't remember these spooky puddles and weird mist. Like,
yeah. I don't
last
think we're in
time
Kansas anymore.
what's happening, boys? Something seems strange.
Well, we heard a howl,
Place.
right?
Did.
So wolf howl. Okay. So yeah.
Do we get like wolf ported somewhere? The wolf
Did
like
you get, like-
teleport us somewhere with his howl? Maybe he's like a
Maybe
haunted
they're,
wolf or mystic
know,
wolf or some
maybe
kind
there are some Daggerford
voodoo
wolves.
voodoo?
We don't know.
Riku points suddenly at the statue. That thing's haunted.
Your Rennie's statue that Vincent's holding?
Yeah.
I mean, Vincent, it does
Vincent
not
starts
feel
to
haunted.
Vincent
Ooh,
starts to slink away.
what am I gonna do? I'm gonna detect good and evil.
Where are you going, Vincent?
Just gonna he feels something's up, so he's gonna kind of use his nature's intuition and kind of stealth, kind of hide,
Gotcha. What does
kind
nature's
of look
intuition
around.
do?
That's
I don't know, I was just
yeah, what-
using
It's
it.
like the arcane archer move.
It's just telling me that I'm proficient in something. So I'm just using it to my flavor. I think.
No,
I don't think
like
it
that.
really does anything.
Is there any? Do I sense any celestial?
But I just
fiend
want to
or
get a little
undead?
stealthy and kind of blend in and kind of look around and away from the group, but just a little bit, not to like hide from them or anything, but
Gotcha.
hide from do a little perception check.
Okay, go ahead.
12.
So you can tell that these woods are old. Very, very, very old. The way that the undergrowth sort of takes over, and the way that certain trees block out light from others, ensures that there is not new growth in many sections of the forest as you step off the road. The moment you step off the road and sort of duck behind this tree, another lone, mournful ow from a wolf, ever so slightly closer this time, is heard off in the distance.
Do we think we took like a wrong way back or like something
I
something weird? Or is it just like we took the wrong way?
You're gonna
It's
tell me it's the wolf. The wolf has something to do with it.
yeah, well,
Set it a trap or something.
Vincent draws his bow.
Are we taking like individual turns or just like one thing right now?
There's just one thing right now.
Riku would step forward, seeing himself as the leader, say, "Look, I've been in these woods before. I'll lead the way.
You've been here before, Riku?
Of course, many times. I've traveled the world.
Uriel just shrugs.
all right.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
you got us out of the last jam.
We'll play along with Riku's.
Yeah. Riku snaps his fingers. Says, "Yes, that's right. I got us out of the last jam. Tell us all about it, Uriel. Go on." As we proceed forward.
Well, he opened the doors, and I fought all the guys.
Tell him about the last
Wait,
part though. This
hold
part's
up.
great.
Hold up. Is Uriel your bard? What's going on here? You're a bard. What do you need a bard for?
To tell of my exploits.
Well, you're telling Riku's exploits.
Riku turns around sharply and says, "I'm,"
telling...
and then points at Uriel, and it's like, if anyone's following anybody, he was following me. He's like,
Synergistic marketing.
That's what I'm saying. Is Uriel is acting as Riku's bard right now?
"Oh." But he's like, that
understand
matters
what
not.
you were saying,
Yeah.
and I
Like,
agree.
that matters not. Okay. I tell many stories. Like, I'm sure we'll have more to tell of us as a group. He like gestures to the group as a whole. He's like, but anywho, this one's real funny. He's like, Uriel, tell him what happened towards the end there.
Yeah, I burst into the room, and this motherfucker has the three animal tamers, or whatever you call them, the pooper scoopers, all distracted, while his magic hand gizmo is unlocking the lion cage behind him. Just sick the lion on him. Made our escape.
It was glorious. I'll have to write a song about it.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, Bard.
Anywho, like I said, I've been in these woods many times. We go this way.
Okay.
Is it like how dark is it out? Should I be using my like light cantrip?
Yeah, it is dark enough for you to absolutely need a light cantrip, I would say.
I'll bust it out for my
Okay.
homies without dark vision.
Riku has the dark vision.
You continue onwards through the darkness and the mists. And as you continue, the mist and fog only gets deeper and denser.
As Riku's like leading you on, you notice him starting to look like a bit slightly panicked.
This fog's coming in as thick as pea soup.
He's like sweating and like pulling his collar. He's like, "Yeah, the air is foul here." He's like, "This is normal. I've traveled lands like this before." He's like, he puckers up. He's like, "I mean, I've traveled these lands before." He's like, we must go forward."
Uriel like looks at him skeptically. He's like, I think you actually know where we are, little buddy.
Sure, I do.
How long would you like to continue along this road for before stopping?
I would like to roll an insight check on Riku's bullshit.
Go for it.
All right, I rolled a 9, so I'll say I'm deceived.
For now.
Yeah.
And as you
So I mean,
continue forward,
are we not seeing any sort of like landmarks?
you are not. The road is barren. There are no travelers, and you do not recognize where you are. In fact, the further you go, the more silent and eerie the road becomes. If you travel for an hour, nothing happens. If you would like to travel for 2 hours, nothing happens.
Riku would basically travel as long as he could before someone said something.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, we need to rest at some point.
Riku's
also
like,
have-
yes, sure. Let's pull over and one of these rest stops here, and we'll grab the local McDonald's. I mean,
Huh?
I'm sorry. I mean, let's set up a campfire and have a short rest or something, lads.
Riku is a time traveler. All right, yeah, rest. Let's rest.
I think we're going the wrong way.
Oh, friction amongst the group.
Excuse me?
Sell me on your idea, Vincent.
There's nothing to sell. We are trying to get back to where we came from, and this is not the way.
I think. So do you know? I think. Okay. So in I've so in character, in game, obviously Axel has no idea, but like I think we all know what's going on here. Like
Yeah, we definitely got
Uh-huh.
teleported to the
yeah.
campfire.
Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's why I think we're going the wrong way. I just think we shouldn't keep going.
Well, we gotta go some direction.
Yeah, not this way. I don't. That's what my guy. I don't think we should.
Riku
go
isn't
this way.
surrendering that he
So
doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, but
Vincent's like a guy in the boat, right? Like you're used to sailing. So like I don't know it. I'm not saying this in character. I'm saying just like so like you know how to like stars and stuff. I mean, if you know how to sail, you would look at the stars and be like, "Hey, the stars have changed," or something.
Oh yeah, that
I don't know.
like if this was a movie, that would be the reveal.
Yeah.
It would be Vincent looking up and being like, the stars.
I
They're
don't think
different.
Why am I a
Where
sailor?
is the
I was more
moon?
like
Aren't
a
you a
steward.
smuggler?
Only 2 moons here.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking it was.
Sorry,
more
wrong
like a
character.
I
steward.
mean, you have like navigation, like boat navigation
Like
stuff.
survive. I have all the survival and
So what
the
I would say about
smuggling background.
that is that you cannot see the stars,
Oh.
Vincent.
Oh, hold
Fog
on. I
is
need
too
to.
thick.
It's very
I need
foggy.
to figure. I have something too. Hold on. Yeah. So smuggler. So what does that mean? I have the.
You're proficient with water navigation stuff, right? At least
You
sailing.
can choose to keep your presence and your companions. I guess we have like safe house networks and stuff like that.
Oh, why the fuck safe house?
Only if there's
But I
always
guess
somebody.
if Riku seemed to, although I don't know because I failed, I'm buying Riku's bullshit at the moment. So, but I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, we should take a rest, fellas. It's getting late. We'll start up again in the morning. Decide where we should go.
Sure,
Which
hopefully by
direction?
then the fog will have cleared up.
Yeah, and these
Yeah,
wolves
we
have gone
Get a
away.
better view of our surroundings.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys want to make a camp somewhere?
Yeah,
here?
let's
Yes.
actually, is anybody who's so Vincent can do survival, right? So you find us like a spot to camp.
Turtlehead.
Yeah. I can do. I can look for something. Survival check. That we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see.
20.
Ooh.
That is good enough. There is a hollow between multiple, or there's a like little glen between multiple trees that you believe that you will be able to sit off of the road and see the road well, but people will not be able to see you if they are passing on the road.
Bingo.
Nice find, Vinny.
Let me find one thing. Oh, it's on the other owl baron. I don't think I can use it the way that I want. Let me just try to do this.
Stupid damned owls.
I know. Oh, let's see if it works. All right, we'll put you off the road in this area here. You will be having a small campfire. There is, as you sit down, a noise
Oh no. Not a noise.
of hooves as a wagon comes from the north.
I've seen this wagon before.
Lone woman driving the wagon.
No.
Yes.
Uh-uh. Stop it.
Well, yeah.
As you hear the clip clopping of hooves and the woman saying in what we would recognize as an Eastern European type voice, "Come, we must go. We must get out of here quickly." Is there anything you would like to do as it passes by?
Oh, hold there, traveler.
And she pulls up the wagon short, giving a shout, "Oh, who goes there? Who do you serve?" And she looks at you suspiciously.
Riku does a formal bow and then looks up straight in her eyes and says, "We serve only ourselves."
That is as good of an answer as any, I suspect. But if you're here, that means you cannot leave.
Riku raises an eyebrow.
What did she
Here?
just say?
Yes, do you not know where you are, travelers?
Riku looks at all the guys. Of course I know we are. Can you just remind us again?
Make a deception check.
Deception.
Vincent side eyes Riku.
That's a natural 20.
The woman looks at you strangely and says, "Well, I will not begrudge a lost band of travelers. Um, you are in the lands of Barovia. Follow the road back to the north whence I came, you'll find the village. To the south, you'll find nothing. You will not be able to leave. I, however, must be on my way." And she whips the reins and she begins to try to take off.
Hold.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a nat 1.
I am sorry. I know that I leave you to a fate worse than death. But I must be off for the best of everyone. She and the carriage fade away into the mists. You lose the sound of hooves almost as quickly as you lose sight of it.
Wait, what?
Imagine if I got her to stop and just take us with her, and we just end the campaign right there.
Vincent's gonna go over to Riku and look at him angrily.
What's wrong, Turtle Man?
Where are we?
You
Told you
heard
we're
her.
going the wrong way.
We're in Barovia.
Where are you? Okay, well, where do we go collect my money?
He shrugs. Not here.
I mean, are we just gonna
Okay.
gloss over the fact that she said a fate worse than death? I
Um,
feel like we should be worried about her saying that, and then leaving, then just like riding off to leave us here.
She went the way. She said there's no way out, though.
Riku puts his arm on Uriel's shoulders like, "My friend." It's like, if anyone knows, you should know. There's always a way out. He gives him a wink. He said, "Let's press forward once we're done resting."
Who is this guy?
Okay. Would you guys like to camp for the night and take a rest?
Certainly need one.
Yeah.
Will there be a watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
All right. In order of whatever you desire, go ahead and everybody roll a perception check for the watch.
Riku will have first watch.
Okay. If
So
anybody gets above a 15, let me know.
perception, you say?
Perception.
18.
Ooh, two
18
18s.
as well.
Oh, I'm coming. I was just upstairs.
It's all good.
$14.
Okay, and Do we have one for Axel?
Got a 5.
Riku, you said you take the first watch. You
Yep.
see nothing. Vincent, you take second, third, or fourth.
I'm gonna take last because I was. Well, I would feel like I'm the lowest. I was down to 1 HP. I want to heal
Gotcha.
up, so I'd probably take like the last.
Okay. Axel, you see nothing, but you wake Uriel, who also sees nothing, and the fog dominates the silence. Vincent, during the last watch, after you are woken, and after keeping an eye out for about 20, 30 minutes or so, in the darkness, at one point as the fog temporarily shifts and you see the ever so slight crescent moon in the distance, you notice that there is a single bat in this tree that then flies away.
Shoot it.
Shoot the
can take
bat.
'em. We can
Right.
take him.
I shoot at the bat.
Do you actually try to shoot the bat?
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Tries to
Do I
shoot
have
the main
inspiration
boss.
still? Does inspiration run out?
Your inspiration will have run out by the end of this rest, but you may use it for this.
Nat 20.
24.
All right, that's good enough to hit the bat. And
Okay,
as you do so,
and I want to use my newest ability
okay,
to use the grasping shot.
rasping shot. What does that do?
It's my arcane archer ability. It's the grasping shot. It will arcane shot, bursting shot, grasping shot. A creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced. It takes slashing damage each turn it moves. And oh, I thought it was supposed to hold them too.
Gotta put a little umph in it when you say it.
I'm reading it until the end. Um.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
grasping shot is how you gotta say it.
Oh, okay. It takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each of its turn. On each of its turn, it moves 1 foot or more.
Okay, so I mean, this bat only
I
has
thought
1
it was
HP.
gonna. Yeah, I thought it was gonna grab it. Well, nonetheless, that's what I wanted to do.
You hit the bat with the arrow, and in fact, it flies through the air with the arrow momentarily, and then sticks into a tree, dead on impact.
Nice
There's
shot.
nothing else that happens on your watch.
All right. Well, then Vincent would just think his new ability was cool. And overkill, possibly.
And you all wake to the fog and mists still surrounding you, eerily quiet. There are no howls in the distance. There are no wagons or horse hooves. There is just the silence of the forest all around you. What would you like
Well,
to
should
do?
should we head up the road towards the town that lady mentioned?
That was a long rest.
That was a long rest, yeah.
Boom. Get my
And now
health
no
back.
more inspiration.
All right. That's fine. I think we all used ours, didn't we?
I
Yeah,
never used mine.
Let's go to town.
All right.
Yeah, let's go the direction that we were given.
Okay. As you begin to head north, the road eventually turns to the west. And after 2 hours of travel, sun peeking up out of the fog ever so slightly, the land bathed in a slight warmth. It was probably 40, 45 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. It is now no more than 50, 55 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. You find that everything on you is damp. There's a chill dampness to the air at all times. The road continues westward until eventually, out of the forest,
Mm-hmm.
you come to a new location. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses, looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only in silence.
Riku pulls out his instrument, plays a note, and says, I'd say that's our destination.
Should we very cautiously make our way towards that big old gate?
Sure.
Yes. What could go wrong?
Right?
Turtleman, will you join us?
Little stroll.
Back tank. Being very cautious.
Okay.
I don't really trust.
We gallop.
As you approach, the gate swings open, screeching on the hinges.
All right. Automatic doors.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Guess we're supposed to go
After
inside.
you, Riku.
Here we go.
Of course, I'm the leader.
And as you head through, they close automatically behind you.
Well, it's a very welcoming place.
The
Who
road
goes
swallows
there?
you. The road swallows you up once more.
Huh?
And you head west along the road, continuing on in the direction indicated by the individuals in the wagon. After another hour, tall shapes loom out of dense fog that seems to envelop the woods and everything else around you. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that seems to echo through the streets ahead of you. Give me a moment while I just make sure I have the correct map for this.
These people seem like they're desperately in need of a nice tune. Something to cheer them up.
You seem way too comfortable here, friend.
I just want everybody to know that Riku had that situation handled from the start.
Which one?
Not at all. You were the first one to fold
The
like a
casino.
lawn chair.
Oh.
Folded like a lawn chair.
No, he was in control the whole time, even when it seemed like we weren't.
Now you're pretending to know where we are.
No?
Yes.
I led us here.
This is playing all along.
Alright, the map is loading.
Whoa.
And so you can hear the mournful sobbing echoing through these streets. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
Find a like an inn or like a bar or saloon type thing. The local watering hole.
Yeah, let's get a drink.
Yeah, Riku wants to find us a place to stay where he can also potentially use his charisma and skill to get us free room and board and potentially free meals.
Okay. As you head further into town, you come to what is very clearly a crossroads. And ahead of you at this crossroads, you can see that there are several signs on some of the buildings. The sign to the south, on the edge of this building here, says Bildreth's Mercantile. Pointing this way, which says Tavern.
That's the one we want.
Tavern to the north.
Okay. And as you head towards the north, towards the tavern, still, nobody crosses the street. The sobbing is clearly coming from one of the homes to the south.
Should we investigate?
Best not to pry, right? We gotta turn in for the night or get some food in us.
I mean, we got
Yep.
our own problems. Let's go get drunk.
Aye.
I am going to have to put down some fog here in just a moment for this next map, so just a warning, there are a bunch of spoilers coming up if you want to look away.
Oh shit!
Ooh, character sheet.
And I will just put this fog down real fast. Cool. You guys go into the tavern? Is that the idea?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. As you enter the tavern, dismiss. As you enter the tavern, it is an open and welcoming place, more so than any of the areas you have encountered so far. I will give you the description.
Suspiciously welcoming.
I wouldn't say
to Vincent?
suspiciously welcoming.
Alright.
No. A single shaft of light thrust illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, claiming this tavern to be Blood on the Vine. As you enter, there are several individuals. One, a man, tall, and by tall, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in that range, sitting in a corner table, sipping wine. There are several other individuals sitting at a table together. And let me get this other guy for us.
So that's a man, the one you're just circling, Riku? Or is that a woman?
I believe it's a
There are-
man who looks familiar from last campaign.
Oh, I see. He's got facial hair. Yep, it's a man.
There is a bartender. He's kind of a sad sap more than anything. I will put him down as well. Eric the barkeep. I actually have like real tokens for all this for the most part.
These people are gonna love us.
You're gonna think something, all right.
Do you guys want to sit at a table or the bar?
Table.
Table.
Riku's gonna try to get us a nice seating around here,
Oh,
so
bar,
That's
okay.
the bar.
so that he can either perform here or
Okay.
up here on top of this, in front of the
Yeah.
fireplace.
Fireplace seat would be real nice.
As you enter, three individuals, speaking amongst themselves, glance over at you. And as you glance over at them, sort of nod and look away and continue their light conversation. It doesn't seem jovial, but it doesn't seem morose. Rather flat. The bartender mindlessly cleans a glass, finishes it, picks up another, and does the same. You see that he has an entire row of glasses that it seems that he has finished, as he puts down what appears to be the last as you approach the bar. He doesn't turn towards you, but goes to the end of the line of glasses. There's at least 10, picks up the first one, and continues to mindlessly clean it.
Riku examines the man cleaning the glasses for a moment to see if he seems like he's gonna notice him, and if not, then he'll start speaking.
He does not seem to notice you, but as you start to speak, he does look up.
Hello, good sir. I see you've cleaned those glasses very well. Well, what is your name?
Eric.
Eric. Say, you mind if me and my friends stay here and I could perform for you in this? He looks around. He's like, and these people, perhaps for food and drink, maybe room and board.
1 copper, glass of wine. 1 silver, pitcher of wine for the lot of you. 1 silver to stay here a day if you want to stay.
You don't care for a performance?
No.
Riku looks stunned at this. He's like, do you not have anybody play here?
Make an insight check. He says, no, we don't. We just have wine.
Well, allow me to be the first. And Riku jumps up on the bar and starts playing.
Make a performance check.
22.
Okay, needless to say, the act has gained the attention of everyone. The 3 individuals sitting together stop their chatter and look at you, dumbstruck. For a moment, Eric doesn't know what to do, and then ignores you and goes back to cleaning his glasses at the bar. The individual at the far end stands up and says, well, quite the performer we have here. This is not something I see in Barovia every day. Come, friends, come. Sit around my table. I must know more. Eric, pitcher of wine for the lot of them. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, Riku smiles, says, there we go, just the guy we're looking to talk to. And signals the boys over. Says, come lads, let us join this man. Who's
Vincent,
buying? He stresses, who's buying drinks?
Literally, you just show up to a tavern. Like, I would like to perform for you. Just gets on the bar and starts playing. Like, okay.
I want you to listen to my songs.
Who cares where we are? Let's play music.
It's what I do, baby.
Vincent, as you all travel across the room, your passive perception notices that 1 or 2 of the individuals of the 3 who were sitting together ends up taking their hands off of daggers that were in their belts, and sitting back down and enjoying their wine.
So they're at
As-
ease now?
They are at ease again. Vincent can tell that they are keeping an eye on you, but are not overly hostile necessarily. Your act was simply surprising.
You startled them. Yeah.
That's what I'm here to do, baby.
As you sit down, the individual before you introduces himself as Ismark the Lesser. Lesser because my father is the greater.
Well, if you ask any of our fathers or their fathers before them, they'd always say the same, wouldn't they? Riku smiles.
And it gives a little bark of a laugh and says, well, fair enough, though he and I do share the same name. Are you newcomers to the village of Barovia?
Riku nods, sips his drink, and like introduces the boys, and say you. Gestures to Axel. Why not join us?
I'm good over here. I like the fire.
Are you standing like with your arm on the hearth?
I'm sitting on a stool, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, sitting on a stool.
Just like brooding in the corner.
Just getting warmed up. We were just out in the mist. Very damp.
True.
Eric brings over the pitcher of wine with 4 of the 10 clean, quote unquote, clean glasses that were on the bar. Goes back to the bar and continues doing what he was doing. Ah, Wizard of Wines. I believe this would be Dragonberry Crush, if I'm not mistaken. The cheapest of the lot, and yet still quite a good wine, if you may. And he pours himself a little bit more and takes a sip of it before any of you do.
Yeah, Riku like thumbs over his shoulder. He's like, "What's that guy's deal? He seems kind of he like shakes his hand. He's like, he seems kind of off."
Eric? He's no different than any of the other folk here in Barovia. A good man. Serves good drink. Food is acceptable.
And he's like, where are we exactly? I've never heard of this place."
Ah, you find yourselves in the village of Barovia. In the land of Barovia. The two are the same. This was one of the first places that was created. Ages back. When we were forced here. But you see, the land of Barovia is I don't really know how to describe it. Vincent, you notice that at the mention of all of this, the individuals in the corner have stopped their conversation. Ismark continues and says, Barovia, what to tell of you of it? Barovia is inhabited by Barovians. It is a land enshrouded by the mists at all times. Ruled over
Yes,
by
we're
Count...
very well acquainted with these mists. He looks to Axel.
Ah. Yes, it looked like you stumbled out of them this morning.
That's right.
I thought you
I
said
can
you
tell you-
knew where we were, Riku. You lied to me?
No, I knew of where we were.
Axel looks disappointed in Riku for lying to him.
I never lied. I said I knew of where we were. Okay.
But you just asked him what this place was.
And Ismark is actually going to interject and be like, look, the fact that you made your way here is better than the alternative. You see, the fogs, the mists, those who attempt to leave, they become choked by the mist and the fog.
Riku snaps his fingers. He's like, "We saw a woman leaving in a cart."
At this, as you say that, 3 individuals over at the other table stand up and rush out.
Oh.
Riku looks over his shoulder, thumbs over. He's like, "Apparently they knew her." And he smiles.
Indeed. In fact, it was I who asked her to leave. I suspect that they are here to watch me because of the deed.
So you know a way out of here. Riku scratches his chin.
I do not. Well, rather, only those who have the Count's permission can leave. Which basically boils down to the Vistani, of which those three gentlemen identify as, and anyone else that the Count would give his permission to leave. Vistani, however, have carte blanche to come and go as they wish.
Riku raises an eyebrow, and as he's scratching his chin, he's like, "The Count, you say?"
Indeed. That would be Count Strahd von Zarovich, the devil himself.
Huh. Well, that's something.
Indeed.
We just gotta
You
get
look
it
like
good
a-
with this count fella.
Yeah, this isn't what we signed up for. Oh my god. We were one place, now we're here.
Riku points
Jiminy
at
Crickets.
Vincent
It's
holding
supposed
the
to be a
statue.
simple
He's like,
smash and grab.
he's like, would you go, go figure this stupid job let us here somehow. Riku kind of like face palms. He's like, well,
Don't go blaming this statue, and then he slams it on the table
I don't-
to like admire it and show.
Riku looks to Ismark. He's like, you have any use for this thing? Points at the statue.
And Ismark looks at it and he goes, "No, but I mean, if that's yours, I would keep a hold of it. That looks like it'd fetch quite a pretty penny."
Yeah, it's not for sale.
No, I'm not looking to buy.
Riku nods. He's like, it is quite valuable.
It could be for a sale for the right price.
Yes.
It's not, which keeps its value high. Looks at his.
One of a kind.
Well, at any rate, this piece here cost us quite a lot, we'll say. Riku like snaps his fingers and smiles. He's like, but that's a story for another day. Let's talk more about this Count and how do we get in his good graces, or perhaps, how do we scratch his back so he scratches ours? And he smiles.
That might be a question for the Vistani. I am not in the Count's good graces, I must say, nor is my father, and especially not my sister. No. The Count is the reason nobody can leave these lands. The Count is... he's a vampire. There's no other way to say it. He dwells in Castle Ravenloft, and he sort of motions back over his shoulder through the wall. There's no windows here, so you can't see anything. But the direction that he motions would be sort of northeast from what you know based on when you entered.
Riku's just like squinting and like scratching his chin. He's like, what is this vampire you say? What is that? I've never heard that word.
Vampire, vampire, damphir. There are many different words, names for it, from my understanding. Must rest in his coffin during the day. Night, he summons wolves.
Is there something
vermin.
I can roll to see if I've heard of it before?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Vincent would ask him about bats.
Bats, they are among some of the vermin who do his bidding.
Dirty
My
20.
understanding. And he says, my understanding is that a vampire can, and you interject and you say, can transform into a bat, wolf, or rat. And you know this as part of your understanding of vampires. You know that in its humanoid form, vampires can dominate you with their powerful gaze. Vampires cannot enter residence without invitation from one of the occupants. And running water burns a vampire like acid, while sunlight causes it to burst into flames.
Riku just randomly spews all this information about vampires, and then kind of snaps out of it. He's like, oh. He's like, he kind of like leans back, scratches his head. It's like, yeah. He's like, I've been to school. I know a few things, but yeah. I don't remember it all that well. But this I remember. I like that class.
Indeed.
But I didn't think they were actually real. I thought it was all stories, but apparently not.
If there are stories, they are probably sped by the Vistani when they come and go from Barovia. It's useful to have those who would come to Barovia for the Count. Probably knows you're here already.
Certainly doesn't sound like someone we want to.
How does one end up here?
Sometimes by happenstance, sometimes by invitation, sometimes by misfortune. My
And
understanding is that there are many ways to enter Barovia, but most of them occur on misty, lonesome roads. Where
Yeah,
you
and
were
Riku,
at that,
Ri-
Vincent's gonna stare at Riku and
uh,
kind of accuse him of
well,
getting us into this place.
Riku would rifle off the name of the gnome, and then the lady who was trying to frame the gnome, or like the one who sent us on this mission to begin with. You
Sure.
rifle off those names and be like, do these names mean anything to you?
As you drop Quentin Togglepocket's name, and as you drop, I have the book right here. I can tell you her name. And as you drop Verity Kai's name, Ismark looks at you blankly and says, "I am sorry. They are definitely not Barovian names. And you said they were non-human, a gnome and a tiefling.
That's right.
Most definitely not. In fact, as he looks across the lot of you, he motions at you, Riku, and says, I don't know if I've ever seen an elf. Plenty of humans here in Barovia. We have their kind. We have dusk elves, but not. Would you be a wood or a high elf?
Riku smiles and he's like, well, I'm not full elf. I'm only half mate. And I don't know, just like whatever the normal elf is. Most common one.
He apologizes and says, "Oh, of course. Neither, probably a high elf of some sort or origin, but nor have we seen your kind." And he nods towards you, Vincent.
Just shrugs
Uriel,
and sinks.
Uriel, he looks at you and says, "And are you like the abbot? You know the abbot?
I have not met the abbot yet.
There's apologies. If you do not know Barovia, of course you do not know the abbot. That is my fault. There is an abbot over in the town of Kresk, on the far western reaches of the valley of Barovia. He's a holy man, and he has eyes that glow like yours."
Well, maybe he is like me.
"I know not. All I know is that he's supposedly a good man, even though the noises from the abbey are horrific." You
Riku
are
looks Uriel up and down and is like, yes, this one is quite different.
indeed. You all seem quite different. You're not from Barovia. This could be what I'm looking for. Look, you're adventurers, right?
We are.
Hands up. Guilty.
I guess we are now.
Can I interest you in a job?
Riku
Depends.
scratches chin. I mean, what what are the terms? Let's hear more.
Uh, Deal is this. I seek someone to aid in protecting my sister. She's my adopted sister, but my sister nonetheless. If you agree, I will take you to my father's residence. And I would like for you to escort her to the town of Valaki. There are 3 towns here in the valley of Barovia. Barovia, the one you're in, is on the eastern edge of the valley. Valaki is in the center of the valley, just south of the lake, for which it is named. And then on the western edge is the town of Kresk. If
Oh, go on.
if you wish to take her to Valaki, she should be safe.
Riku just like keeps playing with his beard. He's like leaning back in his chair and he's like, so why would you trust a group of strangers with such a important task and not someone more close to the chest?
Is it okay if we have this conversation elsewhere?
Riku nods.
All of you? Good to move along?
Lead the way.
Yeah, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He will stand up and he will begin to leave. Let's see. And he will lead you out of the tavern, back into the streets of Barovia, and to a different location. One that would be to the south, past the sobbing home. Let's see. Shoot, where did that go? Sorry, this is the one thing I got to deal with, is that there's just like a lot of maps with this one.
Not a bad problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of good
That's
stuff
the
for this
best
one.
part.
We're in the Dracula dimension.
This
Are you one?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure you're not a Dracula?
Yeah.
Sure seems like it.
Not yet, at least. That'd be the ultimate arc for Riku. Comes Vampire Man's. He can never die. Only undie.
Start shopping at Hot Topic.
Yeah, to start wearing eyeliner like Johnny Depp. Pirates of the Caribbean.
my character, as I'm making this scene for us, my character for the Pathfinder game that I'm going to play is a emo barbarian dwarf. And he is a grave robber. He's like super shy. It's going to be interesting.
Nice. I like that. A lot of angles there.
Yeah, there's a lot of flavor to it. All right.
My first character was a dwarf. I like them.
Yeah, dwarves are good. Dwarves are fun. Okay. As you approach a weary-looking mansion, I will place you all outside. Where does it make sense to be? Oh, it probably makes sense to be here. And I don't mind that you can see most of this because it's...
So is this guy taking us to his house?
He is taking you to his home of some
Oh my
sort.
goodness. If he's that far ahead of us, Axel would lean into Riku and say, maybe we get paid a little. If he's gonna pay us, maybe we get a little bit up front. Let's look at this fucking place.
Riku uses message with Axel and is like, "Don't worry, we'll deal with this man."
All right,
Correct.
I'm just saying this is wow.
Whoa, what the fuck is this? Is this guy's place?
It would appear so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Does he have a? Oh, it looks like he has a piano. Can you play a piano?
I could play.
Everything.
I have to see what I'm proficient with, but I.
Okay.
Is that a
flute,
coffin in the front
flute,
door?
lute,
Vampire's house.
pan flute,
Oh
viol.
yeah.
But I mean, just like as a bard, I feel like I should.
There
probably figure out
is
most
a dead
instruments.
body in the middle of his living room.
That's just a vampire sleeping.
Wait. Oh yeah, we got questions.
Oh, yeah.
we got.
First piano and then the dead body.
So, a weary-looking mansion behind a rusting iron fence comes out of the mists. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats, with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls has been tramped down to create a path. The growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish off of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Hmm.
As you enter the room, or as Ismark knocks on the door, he goes, "Irina, it is I. I return." And he goes, "Don't tell father where I've been." And he sort of whispers it through the door, but you can all hear it relatively audibly. And an individual opens the door. A striking young woman with auburn hair greets you. She is in clothes that are tattered but beautiful. Her face is striking. It's pretty, young, 22, 23 at most, and she looks very different from Ismark. He enters, and he looks about and he says, "What in the name has happened here?" The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols across the walls in many places. As you enter, you notice that lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay, is a body. The man inside looks similar, but much older than Ismark. And Ismark stumbles forward and goes, "No, no. How did this happen, Irina?" She quickly closes the door as you all enter, if you do so,
Yep.
and says, 2 nights ago, as you were out searching, I could not help it. There was nothing to do. I'm so sorry, Ismark. I tried to save father. I didn't know what to do. She looks at you all and says, "Ismark, who are these people? Are they our salvation?" Ismark is bent over the coffin, weeping at this point.
Hi there. Your brother brought us here for some kind of job, and we were not expecting this.
She continues to bar the door, looking at you all, and says, "No, I suspect you weren't expecting this. Neither were we." Ismark, over the coffin, says, "Did he do this? How did this? Oh, God. Irina, what happened?" And she says, It wasn't the devil himself, nor any of his wolves or other creatures. Though they've assailed the home past few nights, they've not entered. It's simply a heart attack. Father was struck, and there was nothing I could do to
Riku
save
kind
him."
of like slides in between them and interjects. He's like, "I'm sorry, like about your father and everything that's happened here, but I just have a question. Is it just you two here?"
And Ismark nods to her, tears streaming down his face, and says, "Yes, it is now. It was the three of us, but now just two."
And it's like, all right. He's like, all right, go on, and then just goes back to he's kind of like staying close to the doors, like trying to hear if there's anything behind us, like that's followed us.
Make a perception check.
Sheesh. That would be
Nothing
so hot.
stands out. If you like really try to listen, you might be able to hear the sobbing in the distance still.
Hmm.
Nothing more.
Okay.
You can hear the gate creaking outside.
That's fair.
Ismark looks at you all and says, "I think my request has become even more dire. Without father here, one less to protect Irina, I think we need to move her as soon as possible.
Move her
Tomorrow,
where?
if at all.
Protect from what?
And Irina looks fearfully at Ismark and says, "You've not even told them." And Ismark says, I wanted to get them out of earshot of the Vistani and others. I didn't dare have that conversation elsewhere. Look, the vampire, the Count, Strahd von Zervich, he is after my sister. And he goes, "Irina, show them. And she slowly pulls back the scarf around her neck, shows two different bite marks, one closer to the ear and on the neck than the other, which is further down towards where you would feel your pulse. She says, he's bitten me twice. I don't fully understand it myself necessarily.
Are you gonna turn into a Dracula?
No, what is a Dracula? Do you mean a damn fear? A vampire?
That's what my people know them as.
Nods.
Ah, understood. No, at least I hope not. My understanding, though, is that I need to be away from him and hide from him. He covets me, or he desires me, or something. And so his creatures attack here day after day, night after night, attempting to beseech me in this home. Vincent, your ears pick up footsteps on the cobblestones amidst the creaking of the gate. Irina continues. She says, I know not what I've done to attract his attention. I know not why he so desires me and covets me.
Vincent
My
looks out this window.
Make a perception check.
While he listens to her talk.
Sure.
13.
It's good enough to see an individual.
Whoa.
Not that big. An individual, a soul individual in fine clothing, walking down the street.
Oh, snap.
As she continues to talk, she says, He hoodwinked father into letting him in at night, charmed him, and would then feast on my veins. Ismark was away some of these nights, asleep, but he's been out attempting to find me respite and escape from this place. If possible, we think it's best if I are to finally leave Barovia. But my understanding is that nobody can except for the Vistani.
Does he have long black hair?
He does. The individual walking down the street appears as follows. Where is he? Where's his description? Long black hair, pale, taut skin over an angular face. The individual walking down the street in robes and furs, dressed in ornate clothing, appears haughty, invincible, and dominating of the scenery. As he steps forward even further, he glances in your direction, Vincent. Please make me
Oh.
a wisdom saving throw.
A 9.
You are charmed. Strahd is now a trusted friend and ally, and to be heeded and protected.
Ooh,
As
he's your boy now.
this guy steps forward, he knocks and he goes, "Can somebody please let me in?" In a soft yet well-heard voice. Riku, Axel, you hear this. Irina immediately steps away and says, "Do not let him enter." Ismark draws his blade, standing up, tears still wet on his cheeks, and says, "Do not open the door." Vincent, make another wisdom saving throw.
12. 12.
You are going to attempt to open the doors. If anyone else would like to stop Vincent, you may try to do so.
Yeah, let's all.
Hey, don't do that.
Axel.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we'll stop him.
Stop that, turtle man.
Make a
Don't
grappling
do
check.
that. What am I rolling for that?
And Vincent, go ahead and make either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
I would be helping. So can I give like someone advantage maybe?
Yeah, you can give one of either Axel or Uriel advantage.
I
I
think.
guess I would have given Axel advantage because he was closest to me.
Okay.
Right.
I don't think we needed that advantage.
Okay. So that stops Vincent from being able to open the door, but he is still attempting to do so. He's not fighting you. He's just trying to open the door, and you're holding him back from it. And
Hey,
Ismark
man.
goes,
Stop it.
"Your friend, he must be charmed. Pull him
Just
back
let
this
him
way.
in.
Pull him away from the door."
Get away from the door.
Yeah.
Pushes him away.
Yeah, Axel trying to keep Vincent away from the door.
Okay. And as you can pull him away a little bit if you so wish. And if you do so, you hear a voice outside saying, "Irina, I'm here, darling. Come on out." And you hear what sounds like not necessarily nails on a chalkboard, but nails on wood. And you all suddenly know where the claw marks have been coming from. And you hear it moving along the outside of the walls. "Who are these new friends you have, Irina? Is Ismark in there with you? I know your father's dead. Come out and play, you two."
Riku looks to Axel and says, "We got to get this situation out of control.
This guy doesn't seem too bad.
I need your
Vincent,
help." It points
Vincent,
and plays his instrument, strums a chord, and gives him bardic inspiration.
Vincent, roll another athletics or acrobatics check. And Axel, go ahead and do one at advantage.
Okay.
It is a stalemate. Vincent, you cannot open the door. "I know there's one in there. Why doesn't he open the door for me?"
Can I grab Vincent's manacles and like restrain, or grab Axel's manacles and restrain Vincent like with those?
You may
Don't-
do so.
Yeah, don't you have manacles, Axel?
That I will not allow.
Axel does. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Axel's manacles and try to manacle Vincent. Be like, "Bro, Vinny, you gotta calm down, man. That guy's the enemy. He's not your friend."
What I will say is Strahd is getting upset and he begins pounding on the door. "I said, let me in," which lets Vincent make another wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. 13.
You continue to struggle and attempt to go and open the door. Uriel, make an athletics check to see if you can put the manacles on him. Vincent,
Yeah.
because you're so focused on trying to get to the door, this is not necessarily going to be easily contested by you.
Is that advantage because he's restrained?
Sure, that's acceptable.
Oh, I'll take one better. 15.
Okay. You are able to put the manacles over his hands, and his arms outstretched are still attempting to reach for the door. Ismark goes, good, drag him back. And if you can now drag him back towards the fireplace. And Ismark is over here, and Irina is standing over here now.
Yeah, it's me and Vincent. Let's drag them back together, or me and Axel.
Okay.
We're the strong boys.
And as you do so, you drag Vincent backwards, and he's still stretching, reaching for
God
the
damn it,
door.
Vincent, we will cook you if you keep this up.
He means no harm, man. He seems like a nice guy.
Oh, Irina, I'll be back to visit later, regardless of whether or not you have new friends inside. I heard the name Vincent, was it? Such a sweet and supple mind. Maybe we'll play more. Welcome to Barovia, friends. It's good to have you here. And you hear the same heeled boots leaving the courtyard and heading north up the street into the distance. Vincent, the charmed effect is dropped, and you find yourself manacled, forgetful, and being pinned down by Uriel and Axel.
What the heck, guys? Get off of me.
I'm gonna slap him.
Ismark,
Snap out of it, man.
Irina collapses into a chair. Ismark goes over and puts his hand on the mantle, looking into the fire. We have to end this. We have to save you, Irina. We have to stop this. It's taken Father's life. It's taken our home. It's taken everything from us. Please, won't you help us? And he looks at you all beseechingly.
Well, I don't know if you gave us much of a choice.
Yeah.
That bastard seems to know us now.
Riku pulls out his dagger. He's like, how do you want us to help you?
Take Irina to Valaki. See if you can find somebody there to protect her. You can stay here with us tonight in the mansion. You can stay in Barovia. You can stay in Barovia, the village, for the night. It might be helpful to go see Father Danovich to the north, on the north side of town. He may know somebody in Valaki we can send you towards. But
Oh, that's what you meant. Riku puts his dagger away.
why did... please, I would just ask. All we want is to escape this hell. Please.
You said you wanted to escape. I don't know what you know.
Yeah.
Why was he so
Like a
interested in
permanent
her?
escape?
Look, mister, what my friend's trying to say is you got us involved in a little domestic squabble here. Obviously, this lady's boyfriend wants to take her away, and you don't want him to. You want your sister to go somewhere. So what's in it for us? I mean, we just want to get out of here. Can you get us out of here?
I will give you whatever wealth and riches you desire that I can muster.
Now we're talking.
Though there's not much here in the home. I believe he actually goes over and pulls out, he like reaches behind the mantle here and pulls out a brick from the backside. He goes,
A
yes,
brick of what?
I think like a brick from the fireplace, basically.
Yeah, I know. Just Josh.
Hey, we about to party?
Anyway.
And he goes, I can offer you this. And he tosses a bag over of coin. This is what I have at the moment, but I can get more.
You don't have any like enchanted ancestral weapons or anything you can give us?
No, I don't. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, Uriel. Let's try to get the good items.
Please, bring my sister to Valaki tomorrow. Only travel during the day. We can rest here for the time being, but I don't think we can stay in the mansion much longer. Go to Father Danovich today. See what he has to say. See if he knows anybody to protect and shield her in Valaki. And if there's nobody in Valaki, go to Kresk. See if the abbot, and he nods towards you, Uriel. See if the abbot will protect her. My understanding is that he has some powers over the Count, especially because he's so far away from the castle there.
It'd be worth looking into at least.
Thank you. And hopefully, Vistani that I asked and requested to look for a way to take my sister out of Barovia will come back someday. But until they do, I have no answers for any of us. We're all trapped. This is where we'll end the session for tonight. Does anybody
Boom.
have any immediate questions or
How
thoughts before
much
we?
gold did he give us?
He gave you 50 gold in the bag.
Okay.
When
So
you can
what is
just hold
that
on to
4
that.
ways?
Just one person hold on to it for now. Who cares? It's fine.
Who's got the highest charisma? Who's gonna be our bargainer?
I mean, he
Bard.
said he says one person hold on to it. Meanwhile, he's the bard.
I don't. I'm just saying you could have if you were the one dealing with them right then you could hold on to it. I don't care.
All right.
Axel is the bank.
And we'll pick it up here in the Burgomaster's mansion, with the Burgomaster dead, his son beseeching you to help save his sister, and his sister, terrified, distraught, but capable looking on her own.
Good times.
Sheesh.
Welcome to Barovia.